Welcome to the Clean Water Podcast Series from the University of Arkansas Cooperative Extension Service. I'm Colin Massey, County Extension Agent for Agriculture and Water Quality in Washington County.
While waste reduction, recycling, and reuse are increasing each year, trash is still putting a tremendous pressure on our water resources and public spaces.
How big of a problem is litter?
In Arkansas alone, litter is an astronomical problem. When you multiply that by the size of the United States and the population that we have, it's pretty unbelievable what a problem it is. Just last week, in one of our smaller creek cleanups that the Beaver Watershed Alliance does, we pulled in over 2,000 pounds of trash in a matter of 3 or 4 hours. We're talking about tens of thousands of pounds of trash per year. In Northwest Arkansas, we have a huge problem with illegal dumping. So everything from tires to household trash to fertilizers and chemicals, it's a big problem for us.
Trash is the most visible form of pollution. It can be harmful to aquatic habitats. In urban areas, litter on sidewalks, streets, and parking lots can be swept into storm drains by runoff and pollute those streams and rivers.
We've both participated in stream and creek cleanups. What do you find most when you're doing a stream cleanup?
It's very regional. We have the 49 corridor, and that's a very urban area. So a lot of the trash there, our roadsides are a huge problem with the trash. And then in our creeks, we find urban trash. We find a lot of fast food wrappers. We find, tires and things like that.
The majority of trash found during local stream cleanups is plastic. Drinking containers, such as cans, bottles, and foam cups, food containers, and cigarette butts are also common. Not only do some of these items contain environmental contaminants, they are often to blame for harming animals that have ingested them, become entangled by them, or had their habitat changed by those pollutants. Plastics are a particular problem due to their mobility and their slow breakdown.
What would you say is the best thing that people can do to prevent this kind of waste?
Personal responsibility is always the number one way to approach any problem. I think one of the best things people can do is look at what's in your trash before you take it out. What percentage of your trash could you have composted in your backyard? What percentage of your trash could you have taken out and recycled? Look in the back of your truck. Right? Do you throw stuff in the back of your truck so it can fly out because you're not paying attention? What do you do with your used motor oil? What do you do with your cooking oil? What do you do with your electronics? I think that if you educate yourself on your personal waste, then you end up learning about almost all types of waste.
Increasing awareness and educating others on the negative impacts of pollution is the most important action for preventing litter and trash. Connecting with other partners and participating in community cleanups and properly disposing of waste is a great way to help reduce litter. Make sure trash bin lids are secured and waste is securely bagged and not subject to being blown by wind or swept by flowing water.
These things, we're paying for them one way or another. Just like our water quality, just like our wastewater, we hide these costs. We don't want to think about them. We don't want to talk about them. We're paying for them. No matter where you live, no matter who you are, you're paying for trash. And you pay a lot less if you do it responsibly. And you pay even less if you recycle and compost. Because every pound of trash that you put in a landfill, you pay for. Every pound you recycle is free.
Remember these points to help prevent litter and water pollution. Commit not to litter. Remind others not to litter and explain why littering is bad for the environment. Pick litter up if you see it on the ground and volunteer in your community for organized litter cleanup events. If you'd like to know more about trash and waste management, contact your local extension office, environmental affairs office, or solid waste district for assistance. Visit us on the web for fact sheets and more at www.uaex.edu. This podcast was funded through a grant through the Arkansas Natural Resources Commission and Environmental Protection Agency.